So I have a question. Was Avril Lavigne really popular? Because I'm just like, I don't remember her being that popular. And and was she popular enough to somebody over tickets to her concert? Because I'm just like, really? Really, Robert? Really? But stay tuned. We're going to get into this whole story. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Hey, I'm trying to put out a video like every day this week. I have a story for you guys tonight. It's kind of a tragedy. Well, it's not kind. It is a tragedy. But it has to do with Avril Lavigne. And I'm just like, Our story starts in Illinois in this little town called Carroll's Stream. You guys heard of it? Have you heard of it? Me either. It's about this son. Robert was 39, and I don't know why he moved back in with his mom. I'm gonna guess he hadn't been living with his mom, and then I don't know what happened. I don't know if he got behind on bills, lost his job. I don't know what happened. I don't know the backstory of why Robert moved back in with his mom, but he moved back in with his mom, and her name was Linda, and she's 61 years old. 39, and you're moving back in with your mom and her boyfriend. So, I don't know. Robert, let your mama live her life. She raised you. I mean, come on. She's trying to get frisky with her boyfriend. I don't even know his name because I couldn't find that, but. So, Robert moves back in with his mom. And everybody says, they did not get along too well. I'm going to guess, by what I read, that they just, they rubbed each other the wrong way sometimes. The neighbors said that sometimes they would, hear, Carol, screaming and yelling, and they hear Robert screaming and yelling, and then sometimes they'd just be yelling at each other. And I guess they, didn't try to hide this. They did it so that people could, kind of hear. So they're probably, out in the yard, causing a scene and all that stuff. Anyway, Robert could not drive. He's 39, can't drive. I don't know why he couldn't drive. It didn't tell me. But yeah, he couldn't drive, so he relied on his mom to kind of take him everywhere, right? One day, his mom was not feeling good, so she called in to work. Wasn't playing hooky. She just wasn't feeling good. So Robert, being Robert, wanted to go shopping and run some errands, and his mom was like, no, boo, I don't want to go shopping. I'm sick. I didn't take off work to go shopping. I'm sick. I don't feel good. Anyway, long story short, he ends up convincing his mom to take him shopping. They go do their little shopping thing. She runs him all over town. And tensions are really, really high that day because Robert tells his mom he wants to go to the Avril Lavigne concert. Now, the concert wasn't there in their town. It's 30 minutes away. I can't remember the town that it was going to be in. Because, to be honest with you, I just don't really care about the name. I didn't feel like it was an important part of the story. But it's 30 minutes away from where they live. So his mom was going to have to, drive him there. But, because Robert didn't have any money, she was going to have to buy the tickets too. Which I'm just like, no. No, Robert, no. You're 39 years old. I'm not buying you Avril Lavigne tickets. He kept on, harassing his mom about these Avril Lavigne tickets. I guess there was, a friend of Linda's that maybe she had the hookup with Avril. I don't know if she was, kicking it or she was friends, or I don't know how this went about, or maybe she was, friends with somebody, at the concert hall and, slip a little ticket, you know what I'm saying? But, so Robert, wanted Linda to call her friend and see if she could get him tickets. But he didn't want just any tickets. He wanted, VIP, box, skybox tickets. But you ain't got no job. You ain't got no job. You don't drive. And you ain't got no money. So, but Linda was like, no. I'm not, no. no, you don't need to go to this concert. That really pissed Robert off. Like, tensions were real high, like, on the way home, and then they continued to fight whenever they got home. Well, I guess Linda was in the kitchen. I don't know if she was, like, cooking or what she was doing, but Robert, like, come in there and was, like, yelling at her and stuff about these damn Avril Lavigne tickets. I mean, I just can't, I can't get over anybody who was, like, this crazy about Avril Lavigne, but so he was like going crazy about these Avril Lavigne tickets still. And this Lash, I don't know what's going on with it. There's sources that say she got in his face with this knife. I don't know, like some people said that she threatened to like cut him or something. I don't know. I wasn't there. Nobody else was there, so really nobody else knows exactly what went on except for Robert and his mom. So anyway, Robert got really pissed when she got in his face with this knife and was like, oh yeah, you know what? I'll show you. He goes over to the bar and gets a bottle of Hennessy, and while I guess Linda had turned around, he clucked Linda in the back of her head with this bottle of Hennessy. Dropped Linda down to the ground. You hear me? Dropped her down. But guess what? He didn't stop there. He clucked her in the head again with the Hennessy bottle. Child. Linda's on the ground. I'm laughing just because this is not being disrespectful, but just because, like, you're 39 years old and you're clucking your mom in the head over Avril Lavigne tickets. Come on, come on, Robert. So anyway, clucking his mama in the head just was not enough. So he got the knife that she had in her hands and then got another knife and went to town stabbing his mother. Do you hear me? Robert lost his shit straight up. But that wasn't enough for Robert. Then Robert goes and gets Drano. And it was Drano and, like Raid bug spray. And pours this all over his mom, like all in the wounds, like the knife wounds and all that. Linda passes away. Linda has not made it through all this. What does Robert do? He goes and takes a bath and drinks a cup of tea. Then he gets his shit together, and I guess maybe he realized, like, oh shit, I just killed my mother over Avril Lavigne tickets. Robert, like, takes off. Robert's like, you know what, I'm going shopping. Robert goes shopping. Now, where does Robert go? We don't know everywhere that Robert went, but one place that he went was a bookstore, and he bought this book, and then sources say that he wrote, like, a character's name from General Hospital. Maybe like him and his mom used to watch the show. I don't know. But he scribbled like this character, supposedly scribbled this character's name in this book. So Robert can't just go on and do his thing. He's calling people while he is out shopping and telling people like about what happened with his mom, but he tells people that she like got in his face with a knife, but he just like ruffled her up. He doesn't tell people, the people that he's talking to, he doesn't tell them that he's killed her. Now he calls his mom's boyfriend, and his mom's boyfriend's like, you better not hurt her. And he's like, too late. Yeah, he's killed her, so it's a little too late. Like, Miss Linda is dead on the kitchen floor. Robert, like, continues to call people. So this is the interesting thing. So before Robert left the house, I guess everybody could, like, heard the commotion because I guess it was, like, a shit show, and everybody was, like, Robert and his mom were, like, screaming and yelling, and she's probably, like, screaming because he was killing her. The neighbors had, like, 911. Hey, can you please send, like, some police out here? Something's going on over here at this house. So while Robert was out, like, shopping at the bookstore and all this mess, the police show up to Robert and Linda's house, and they discover Linda is dead. Robert decides, I don't know what he was thinking. So he decides, like, I'm a little hungry. I'm going to go over to Hooters, and I'm going to get some wings. Not only is he, like, calling all the family members, like, telling them, you know, that he got into a fight with his mom, he actually calls the police and tells the police what he did, and they actually come and pick him up at the Hooters. Yeah. And take him on off to jail. Now, I'm going to show you his mugshot, and you tell me, because I was just like, you tell me if anything looks weird about Robert's face. So here you go. Okay, was he wearing a little foundation, or was that like sunless tanner? Like, did y'all see like his face was like dark, like he had makeup on or some sunless tanner? Like, I don't know what was going on with Robert's face. That just kind of like poked out for me while I was like looking at his motion. I was like, did he make makeup on? Does he got a little foundation on, or is that self tanner? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Robert is arrested, right? Now, while Robert is in the jailhouse for 3 years. Now, this happened in 2008. Robert does not go to trial until 2011, right? The judge said this is like the most heinous crime scene that he has ever seen. Because not only did Robert murder, like stab his mom and break the blades off, you know, in her, but he also poured all these chemicals all over her. And people were like saying, like the prosecution was saying like that was for like humiliation. Now, Robert like got on the stand and testified for like 45 minutes, and he said that he did not do it to humiliate his mama, that he loved her most of the time. Robert, come on. But he says that he loved his mama most of the time. It's just sometimes he hated her. Child. So anyway, Robert like testifies and all this kind of stuff. Well, so then he has to go before, because, I mean, he did it. I mean, hello, we know it. So he has to go before for sentencing. And come to find out, Robert was a little bipolar. And Robert had not taken his medicine for days. Do you hear me? For days, like 3 or 4 days. Robert hadn't taken his medicine. So, and he's bipolar. That's not a good combination. That probably had some kind of play into maybe Robert losing his shit and doing what he did to Miss Linda. Robert is convicted of 65 years. He got 65 years. So he'll be, let's see, 39. He probably won't make it out. You ain't gonna make it out, Robert. You're not gonna make it out. But I was just like, what kind of grown man kills his mama over Avril Lavigne tickets? Really? I couldn't get past that, y'all. I mean, it's so sad that what he did to Miss Linda, but I just can't get over the Avril Lavigne tickets. Like, Avril Lavigne's not that great. She's never been that great. And you didn't even have the money. Your mom was going to have to pay for the tickets probably. And you couldn't even get the connection yourself. You had to have your mama call a friend to get the tickets. Come on now, Robert. That ain't the way to be. So, yeah, Robert is, he's spending the rest of his life in the prison. I don't think Robert's going to make it out after 65 years. I don't think he's going to make it. I don't think it. I think he probably needs to have a little talk with Jesus and get himself ready, because I don't think he's going to see the outside world again. But, yeah, that was like a little, story I had come across, you guys, and I just thought it was like, I couldn't get past the Avril Lavigne tickets. I was just baffled by that. I was like, Avril Lavigne ain't even that good. Like, you kill your mama for Avril Lavigne tickets. Like, I just thought it was like an interesting little story, and I kind of wanted to share it with you guys. Rip to Miss Linda. Like, I'm sorry. I hate that. I mean, can you imagine being taken out the game over Avril Lavigne tickets? I cannot get past this Avril Lavigne thing. Whew, child. Please. Yeah, that was just a little story I want to share with you guys. I just thought it was crazy, and just thought you guys would find it interesting. But thank you for tuning into my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.